Hello and welcome to this video. So guys, my name is Prez and this is a tips video on the Birch gun. It feels like a year since I made a previous tips video, so I'm going to jump straight in with the stats. And basically, if you haven't seen this series before, then this is where I just talk about the stats and how I'd use the tank, my tips basically on the way to use it. Obviously, they're my interpretation of the tank. Obviously, people have different ones and use the tank differently. So first, I'm going to run through a stats, which will start with 190 hit points, 110 engine power, a speed limit of 45 kilometers an hour, a traverse speed of 18 degrees, hull armor of 666, no turret armor, standard shell damage of 210 to 350, a standard shell penetration of 35 to 55, a rate of fire of 8.44, a turret traverse speed of 16 degrees, a view range of 340 meters, and a signal range of 550 meters. So this tank, the biggest surprise, just blows the whole thing out of the water, is the turret is traversable, which is insane on a artillery. Obviously, there's no other tank. Yeah, there's no other tank that does that yet, unless the Chinese tree that comes out brings that. But it is incredible. It's one of the best things because with a lot of the German tanks to start with, I'm on the Guerrilla at the moment. I have a video on that soon, and that the angle that you have to without your aim circle just jolting going miles is ridiculous. And this thing, the best way I find is just smoothly move over the map, and that's what you see a lot of the time when you see me shooting. Is I just slowly move around the map to have a look, and your circle stays really tight, and the aiming time of that circle is insane as well, and the reload is crazy. So all those things combined just makes it an incredibly good tank. It doesn't do a crazy amount of damage if you get into a high level game. So normally in high level games I try to track opponents, get critical hits, then I get the track medals, and then I can hopefully just do some damage, just chip away at them. But if you're top tier, then you can do some serious damage to tanks. And with the ability to, with the speed limit as well, which is 45, with that it gives you the ability to get to really decent positions really quickly on the map. So get to a hill, get really far back, get ready, and already start shooting. And a lot of the games with this tank, because it's quite a low level tank, I normally just give a couple of pot shots at the base where the spawn points are, just because I like to try and get a hit straight away. And a lot of people don't expect that. But also, what's great about this tank is the turret traverses really well. With the turret traversing, if a tank comes at you and there's only one way they can get to you, you can easily sort of turn and take a shot, and the aiming time is pretty decent. So if you have loads of time because you know someone's going to be coming at you, then it's very good at that, doing pot shots, hip fire, I guess is the best way to describe it. And yeah, the stats there as well, guys. Sorry I didn't mention this. They are the top upgrade stats. Let me just double check that for you. Yeah, top upgrade stats. And it wasn't too hard for me to upgrade this tank. I thought it was quite easy. Didn't take too much effort. But obviously it goes on to the Bishop next. But that's a lot of XP. I really do like this tank. It just gives you something different. And like I said, I do have the Guerrilla, so I will be making a video on that soon. Yeah. So basically, incredibly weak, like most artillery. So you don't want to be like driving in there, but you can if you want to. Just try for a couple of games, try something a bit different. I do that now and again. With that 45 kilometers an hour speed limit is crazy, but a very good tank. The aiming time, just like I said, aiming time is very good, and the reload's awesome. So you can just keep nailing tanks. And normally, if they don't have repairs on their tank, then the time for them to get their tracks up is slower than the time of the reload. So you can just keep hitting them and just keep going. And if someone keeps taking their tracks down every time, if you're working with a teammate, then it's very good. And that's another great thing about this tank is if you have a teammate who's in a light tank and who enjoys using light tanks and has it like the same tier as you, if you get them to go spot people for you, then he can get the spots, he can get the spot hits, you can get the damage and the kills and the critical hits. So it's a great way to work with artillery and a teammate in that respect. If you have someone who's really good and really enjoys doing light tanks. But basically, that's my tips, guys. You just want to get to your positions really quickly. You can push quite far up on the map. If it's quite a quiet area, but still you can get to a really decent spot with the 45 kilometers an hour. And just it's such a good tank, something so different, and I can't wait to get the Bishop. And I will have a video on that as soon as I get it. But a very solid tank, just incredibly different, unique and fun, which is the main reason why I had to go for this. And this whole tree's got some really unique tanks, which I really like about it. But guys, enjoy the rest of the gameplay. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry there's been a while since I've had a tips video, but I've got a few more coming out soon, and that'll be cool. So guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.
Critical hit! Punched right through their armor. Gotcha!